Today, I'm going to show you that structure creates freedom in your business. And yes, it's not what everybody thinks. Because I've seen many business owners who think that actually structure slows them down, limit their creativities, put barriers in the way of what they want to do. But in reality, planning and structure is what gives you freedom. Freedom to create, to breathe, to rest in your business. So, let me detail that a little bit. We talk a lot about flexibility and it's great to be flexible and things like that. And in some measures, yes. But the problem with keeping things really flexible and not planning, so not knowing what's going on, is that you're actually constantly firefighting. Because there's no planning, you don't know what's coming, you don't know what was supposed to happen. You're just a sponge, always reacting to what's coming to you. And so you're firefighting, you're reacting instead of being proactive, of anticipating things that needs to be done in your business. And so when you're doing that and when you're not planning, of course you have a complete lack of clarity. And lack of clarity, let me tell you, completely drains energy and motivation. Because people are not clear about what they need to do, what's coming, basically. They've got that stress of that firefighting that drains their energy. And they don't see a goal, they don't see a direction, so they completely lose motivation. And you do too, it's not just your people in your business, it's you. If you have a lack of clarity, you will completely drain your energy and motivation. And when you're not planning, you don't know what's going on, when it's going to happen, it means that decisions pile up because you don't know actually what decisions to make. So there's all these decisions to be made, but you haven't planned for anything. So they just pile up and they're not made. And actually, counterintuitively, creativity stalls because you just don't have the brain space in your business to be creative because you're always firefighting, you don't know what's coming. So that's the problem with keeping things flexible. No. So what structure really means in detail? Well, a structure is a framework that will support your goals. It's a framework that will allow you to reach those goals more efficiently because you have that structure, that organization. It's not a set of rigid rules to constrain you. It's a framework that allows you to reach that business goal you want to reach. And when you have that structure, when you have that planning, forecasting things and looking into the future, it helps you decide what really matters most in your business. Okay, so you can focus on the right things, and it also helps you set aside the distractions, saying, no, this is not helping me, so I'm just setting that aside. I'm not going to look at that. So to say no to any distraction, to anything that will not bring you closer to those business goals. And so how planning will actually create that space. I told you in the introduction that it will actually create space to create, to breathe, to rest. So how does it create that space? Well, because if you have planning, if you have things put in place, well, you stop wasting time on doing these things because you have the framework to do them more efficiently, but also you waste time on doing unimportant tasks if you don't plan. Okay, all those distractions that I was just talking about. So you stop wasting time mostly on these unimportant tasks. Then, because you have that plan going forward, you know where to focus each week. Instead of letting things come to you and reacting to things, you know where to focus each things. And if you know what to do, when to do it, that you have that structure, that organization, it means that it can be transferred. Okay, you've got the system, people know, which means that you can delegate with confidence because expectations are clear. So it doesn't become a business where, oops, everything comes to you and you've got to figure out because other people are just lost. Because there's no framework, there's no expectations, they don't know what's going on, so they're just lost. So now, with structure, with planning, you can delegate because people know what is coming, they know what they can work on, they know what their focus will be. So that's the main benefits of planning, and that's why structure creates freedom in your business instead of limiting it. So what can you do? Well, you can just a few tips. So you just introduce a simple planning rhythm. Okay, like you put down your weekly priorities, your monthly goals, whatever works best for you. But you introduce, to begin with, just a simple planning rhythm. I'm not talking about having a very detailed Gantt chart day by day for the next 6 months. No. Just begin simple if you don't have anything in place. So a simple planning system. Okay, weekly priorities. Have a team meeting, discuss, okay, we're at the end of the week, what have we done and what are we going to do next week? Okay, and what are our goals in the next month, the next quarter, or something like that. And so you will see that if you begin to put in place that simple planning rhythm, within weeks, you will see the stress dropped. You will reclaim time and rest, and especially time to focus on this important thing, time to focus on your strategy and on what will bring your business towards its goals. And so that will mean not just a shift in the actions of your business, but there will be also a very big emotional shift in the business, in the people, because now that you will have that structure, even if it's simple and light touch to begin with, it will reduce anxiety, it will stop draining people energies and motivation, because everybody knows what's coming next. And it also lets you plan not just for the things you have to do, not just the deadlines and all the commitments, but it also lets you plan downtime in your business. So, to conclude, planning is not about control. It's about creating that space for what truly matters. So, if you have questions, drop it in the comments here. Leave your comments. If you like it, subscribe to the channel. If you want to go deeper into planning, you can have a chat with me. I put a link for booking a chat in the description, and also you can turn to my book, Project Power, which explains a lot about what you can do about planning your projects and your time better in your business.